चलो जी तुम्हारी
Sheila, ma'am, can you stop sharing your screen? Sheila, ma'am, can you stop sharing your screen, ma'am? You are presenting your screen here.
Hello, Enoch sir. Good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Monisha madam. Good evening. Can you please
Sir,
check?
we can
Is my
start the
voice is
session by
okay?
6, sir. Yeah, sir,
Okay, okay.
audible,
No,
sir,
you
audible, sir.
fine, fine. Okay, fine.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed participants, and our guest speaker, it gives me a great pleasure to extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you to the fifth day of our workshop on the topic testing of measurement models. Over the past few days, we have delved into the intricate domain of SPSS, exploring their significance, methodologies, and applications in various fields. From understanding the fundamental concept to applying advanced techniques, our workshop has been both enlightening and enriching. Excellence. I extend my heartfelt welcome to all of you, and may today be filled with valuable insights, productive discussions, and meaningful connections that will enrich your professionalism. On behalf of our institution and department, once again, I extend a particularly warm welcome to our speaker, Dr. E. Rajesh.
Okay.
So we can start with the session, sir, and over to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for a nice introduction. Thank you.
Thank
Happy evening to all of you. I just want to recollect what we have discussed in the previous class. As you all know, in the previous class, we had discussed about what is RCDD and what are the sites, I mean, journals are available to collect the review of literatures. All those things we have discussed. Especially, we have discussed about what is conceptual model, how to develop a conceptual model, and what are the how do you develop a hypothesis development, and what is research questions. All those things we have clearly discussed in the last week. I mean, last week Friday. Now I am going to start how to test the conceptual model. Earlier, we came to know that how to develop a conceptual model. Now we are going to detailedly come to know about how to test the conceptual model. So before moving to the testing of conceptual model, I wish to tell some how to design a questionnaire that is very, very important for, for testing the conceptual model. First, I want to share my screen. Can you please wait for a while? Monisha ma'am, is my screen is visible to you?
Yeah, sir, visible,
All
sir,
right.
visible, sir.
Fine, fine. Let me proceed.
Okay, sir.
Uh, yeah, I need to start with here. Okay, have a look at the screen. See, designing of questionnaire, that is another part. It plays a vital role after development of conceptual model. As you all know that how to develop a conceptual model. If you want to develop a conceptual model, you should have a sound knowledge on theory as well as literature. If you do not have an adequate knowledge on theory as well as literature, you cannot develop in a single conceptual model. Let us assume that we have developed a conceptual model for your research study. Then how to design a questionnaire? Then because questionnaire plays a vital role for developing to collect the data from the respondent. And what is the basis for the designing questionnaire? That is plays a vital role. How look at the designing of questionnaire? That is, we will use survey instrument that is called interview schedule method or questionnaire, whatever it is. You can make use of for developing. I mean, collecting the data from the respondent. So you cannot create your own questionnaire for your research study. Make a note of it. You cannot create a questionnaire for your own study. Then what is the basis or what is the fundamental for developing a questionnaire? So we need to know the conceptual model for developing a questionnaire. As you know that this is a conceptual model I have designed for my study. Can you all please tell me how many variable or how many constant I have used in this conceptual model? Anyone of you? Yes, please respond me so that I can continue. Yes. How many variable I have? Sorry, madam.
9 constructs.
Yes, exactly. Nine constant I used here. Out of nine constant, here we'll have a look at in the first left hand side. You could see the six variables. All are this is called independent variable. That is, let me show. This is called it as. Let me make a write it down now. My presentation so that you can easily understand. This is independent variable. This is dependent variable. Then this is dependent variable, and this is a moderator. So here have a look at the one more point I wish to tell you. Here AP academic performance, it is act as both dependent variable as well as independent variable. Therefore you can call it as endogenous variable. I'm getting some distraction from other side. Participants, can you please mute yourself so that our workshop will be in effective manner. See, please unmute yourself. I mean mute yourself. Now here we come to
Sir,
Monisha madam.
mute your mic, sir. Vijay, sir. Yeah, okay, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Yes,
Rajesh,
yes,
sir,
yes.
you can
Yes,
proceed.
madam. Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Thank you. So here
Okay.
we come to know how many variables. There are 9 variables I used in the concepts of model. Now we need to develop a questionnaire for these 9 variables. Have a look at it. Have a look at it, my questionnaire and what is the basis for developing a questionnaire. Can you see my PDF? Can you all see my PDF?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Thank you. See, this is a questionnaire I used for my research data collection. Research data collection. Here I did not include any demographical variable. I mean demographical data, details and all. As you know, what are all the demographic details? That is age, gender, name, qualification, income, all those things, which is everybody can give it. So it is not going to play a vital role for your study. However, what are the conceptual model you develop for your study that plays a vital role. Now, you could see that in my presentation, my first variable is instructor quality. Have a look at here. I need to give the first variable, that is quality of an instructor. Both are one and same. Now, how many variable? I mean, how many indicators are used to measure the quality of instructor? That is very, very important. Have a look at here. Quality of instructor is one of the variable that cannot be directly measurable. That's why it is called it as a latent variable, or you can say as a constraint. Here, how I am going to measure? By taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All these 7 indicators, do not say it's a statement, this is called indicators. All these 7 indicators I am going to use for to measure the quality of instructor. Sir, these 7 indicators also called manifest variable. So can I have my own indicator, or can I create my own manifest variable? No, you should not write your own indicator. For example, let me give the best example for your better understanding. Let us assume that you have a variable called job satisfaction. It is whether it is a measurable variable, unobservable variable. Any one of you from participant, let us assume that you have a job satisfaction. Do you think that it is a directly measurable variable, job satisfaction? Yes, please. Yes. Job satisfaction is directly measurable.
No, sir.
Yes, you cannot measure the job satisfaction directly. That's why it is called constant. Now I am going to develop my own indicators. I am going to develop my own indicator or my own manifest variable to measure the job satisfaction. For example, I am happy to work with X under the leadership of X, and I am happy to work with my fellow colleagues. Now here I use 2 indicators. Now I'm going to ask the respondent whether you are strongly agree or strongly disagree or agree or neutral. Can I use these 2 indicators to measure job satisfaction? Any one of you from my participants? Can I use these 2 indicators for my data collection? Can I use these 2 indicators to measure job satisfaction? Is it a valid indicators? Is it an appropriate indicators for measure job satisfaction?
No, sir.
Yes, you are right, madam. You cannot have your own indicators, or you cannot have your own manifest variable to measure a particular constraint. That means variable. Then where I have to get those indicators to measure a particular constraint? You have to get it from existing literature or existing theory. Have a look at my questionnaire. You could see that this quality of instructor, here I have a variable, no, where I got these indicators. I adopted from reputed publisher journal, in reputed journals. Have a look at here. Here you could see that global article. In this article, see here, what is a variable here? You could see that a variable called student expectation. Here you have a student expectation, right? How the student expectation is measured? With the help of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 indicators. Are these indicators are developed by the author itself? No. Gopal itself used all these 5 indicators? No. He did not have developed all these 5 indicators. He adopted all these 5 indicators from which author? From Bangalore 2004, which means that we can conclude now that you cannot have your own indicator for collecting a data or to measure a particular variable. Then where you have to get from existing source or well established method. Who has developed this indicators? These indicators are developed by one of the article which was published in the year 2004, that is called, name of the author is Bangalore. So like that you have to give the evidence or sources of indicators where you obtained for your study. So my participants, you come to know variable you can develop based on the existing literature. Similarly, the indicators also, I mean the manifest variable also, you have to obtain from the existing literature or a theory. Now you come to know you come to know how to develop a questionnaire. Hope you all understand how to develop a questionnaire for your study. Yes? Say yes or no. Dear participants, can you please respond me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now,
Yes,
how
sir.
developing a questionnaire for your research study? Anybody have? So you have to include all the 9 variables in your research questionnaire. Then you can kickstart to start data collection. Now, let us assume that we have collected the data from 100 respondents. Let us assume that we have collected the data from the 100 respondents. Then after what we did before that, we need to develop a conceptual model and we started to collect the data. Now we finalized the data collection. Now next stage we have to go for data analysis. My humble request to all my participants, please do not depend upon the statisticians. Now all the scholars straight away, once the data collection is over, they will hand over the data sheet to the statistician and ask them to do the analysis. Please don't do it. If you want to become a real researcher, you yourself do the analysis. You don't need to be a statistician. You don't need to be know all the statistical tools. You don't need to know all the mathematical concepts. Yeah, layman can do the statistical analysis with the help of the SPSS. It is a machine. It automatically will calculate everything. You don't need to take a square root, division, multiplication, addition. Nothing you can do it. You have to do the application. It's a user-friendly manner only. You have to just to click from open file, click like that. You just have to give the feed the information that everything will taken by the SPSS. So please don't depend on the statistician for your study. You have to do it. Let me guide you how you can do the analysis. Now come to the point. Testing of my conceptual model. It is the heart of the session today. Make a note of it. Testing of conceptual model. Sir, how do you test the conceptual model? Now data collection stage is over. Now you are going to test the conceptual model. Now two types of theory are required to develop a path model, that is called measurement theory. Make a note of it. This is called it as measurement theory and structural theory. So what do you mean by measurement theory? That is very important. And the structural theory, these two are very important, very important. So the conceptual model can be classified into two categories. One is called it as measurement theory, another one is called structural theory. I am just classifying the conceptual model into two categories. Then what do you mean by measurement theory? So measurement theory, which is tell you that how the construct are measured with the help of indicators. I told you clearly, you cannot measure a construct by your own indicators. So you have to collect the indicators or obtain the indicators from the existing literature. So when you speak about how constructs are measured with the help of indicator, then it is called measurement theory. Then what do you mean by structural theory? The structural theory, it speaks about how one variable related to other variable. That is called symbolically you can call it as conceptual model can be considered as structural theory. Now, when you use PLS, partial least square structural equation modeling, PLSM, two-step process required is suggested by Hare et al. 2019. We first test the measurement theory to confirm the reliability validity of measurement scale. So, what do you mean by measurement scale? Measurement scale is nothing but how you used your indicators to measure the construct, that is called instrument, survey instrument, and that is called also called as the questionnaire. After the measurement of models are confirmed, we move on to testing the structural model theory. Therefore, now let me conclude, or let me say in a nutshell how to test the conceptual model. If you want to test the conceptual model, first we need to validate the measurement theory. We need to validate the MT, that is called measurement theory. First we need to validate the measurement model, and once the measurement model meets its minimum criterion, then you can move to the structural theory. Later only you have to do the analysis of structural theory, ST, MT, ST. 90% of the research scholar nowadays, without validating the measurement model, they straight away will go for analyzing the structural theory. It is a wrong way of analysis. So first you need to test the measurement model, and later on you have to go for analyzing the structural model. Come to the measurement model. That is, conceptual model is bifurcated into two kinds. That is called measurement model and structural model. Now I am going to elaborately explain what do you mean by measurement model. Have a look at here. I told you clearly, measurement model is specify how the latent variable or unobserved variable are measured. That is very, very important. You know that what is latent variable? A variable which is not directly observable. That is called unobserved variable or measured. Now let's say example, can you now let me see here. Yes, can you see here? This is one construct. This is called job satisfaction. How this job satisfaction is going to measure? Can anybody suggest that, and what is the basis for to measure the job satisfaction? Anybody from my? Yes, anybody? Can you please suggest to me?
From colleagues, from
Sorry.
superior, from subordinate.
Oh, you mean job satisfaction? Madam, I am asking about how do you measure the job satisfaction?
From salary.
Okay, fine.
Work environment.
Okay, fine.
How well
Rewards,
do they do their job?
welfare
Okay.
measures,
Sorry, madam. Someone said last, that is very, very important. Yes. Can you come again? Yes. Solunga.
welfare,
Yes, please.
welfare measures, sir.
Welfare measures. Okay, fine.
Welfare measure.
Okay, fine. I agree. Now, you all know that job satisfaction cannot be measured in a direct way. That is why it is called as a latent variable or unobserved construct. Now, how do I measure the job satisfaction? I am going to make use of the indicators to measure the job satisfaction. Let us assume that indicator 1 and this is indicator 2. Have a look at here. This is indicator 3 and this is called indicator number 4. So, how many indicators are used here? Yes, please.
4.
4. Yes. Now, I am going to set the first indicators. I am happy to work with under the leadership of X. Now let us assume that you are a respondent. How do you respond it? Let us assume that I am going to make use of 5-point Likert scale. Let's say example, strongly disagree, neutral, agree, then strongly agree. Yes, can somebody tell me that? What you can choose now?
Agree.
Okay, fine. Now she is going to agree that. Now just I tick the mark. Just I given a tick mark, for which means that she has agreed. Okay, the next one. Next I am going to yes. Let us assume that I am happy to work with my fellow colleague. Some people may say strongly agree. So you can. I am just going to click, and I am happy to work with the environment which is provided by the management. Yes, that also you can click agree. So you can keep on going to ask the question to the respondent. That is called, these are all called as the indicators to measure a job satisfaction. So that is called measurement model. Have a look at here. What measurement model? That measurement model which is specified that how a particular construct are measured with the help of indicators. Now, can you all please tell me how many indicators are used to measure the job satisfaction? Yes.
4.
That's called measurement model. Can you come to know what is a measurement model now? Yes, please. Hello. Hope you understand what is measurement model. So measurement model will tell, which tell you that how a particular construct is measured with the help of indicators. That is called a measurement model. Anybody have doubt?
Sir, we have only one constraint then,
Here,
or we can use
here,
more.
no. Here I have only one construct. This one construct is measured with how many indicators?
One constraint means job satisfaction
No,
is
yes,
measured.
madam. Yes, madam. This job status is measured with the help of how many indicators?
4.
That's
6.
all. No, no, no. Here I wrote only 4. No. Let us assume that. Let us assume that I'm going to keep price or user behavior. Here I'm going to keep user behavior. Let us assume that I'm going to keep here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. May I know how many indicators here I used?
5.
5.
Sir, we couldn't see your screen.
Screen. Oh my God. Monisha, madam, is there any issue in seeing my screen, madam?
Yes, sir. We are not able to see it. Yeah.
But I am presenting my screen, madam.
Screen is
Let me
presented,
come.
sir, but it is having that previous slide only
Not
on academic
relevant, sir.
performance.
It's not relevant. Whatever you are teaching, it's not relevant.
Yeah,
Screen,
slide is
whatever
showing
is
about the academic performance, sir.
Oh,
We
no, no,
could
no.
not see the job satisfaction slide.
Oh, 80%. Now, can you see now?
sir. No,
Yes.
sir.
Still, you didn't see.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now only it is moving, sir. Slides are moving.
Now, can you see now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Now, can you see now? Job satisfaction measured with the help of how many indicators?
Shows
Yes,
only the measurement model.
ma'am. Here I am asking. Job satisfaction measured with how many indicators?
4.
4. Then user behavior.
6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 5. Here, now let me conclude what is measurement model. Measurement model is a model which will tell you how construct are measured. That's all. This is a simple language I am telling you now. Now here I have two construct that is called job satisfaction and user behavior. The user behavior is measured with the help of 6 indicators. This is called measurement model. Then I have job satisfaction. Hello. Participants, please mute yourself so that I can continue. Now, job satisfaction can be measured with 4 indicators. Now, you come to know that both job satisfaction and the user behavior measured with the help of indicators. Job satisfaction measured with the 4 indicators and the user behavior measured with the 6 indicators. So, this is called measurement model. Hope you understand, right? Participants?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, the measurement model further classified into 2 categories. One is called formative measurement model, reflective measurement model. I will quote it, it's very, very important. Number 1, formative measurement model. Number 2 is a reflective measurement model. 90% of the researchers, make a note of it, 90% of the researcher will use only reflective measurement model. Only 10% of the researcher rarely will use formative measurement model. Now, let me tell you the difference between the formative measurement model and the reflective measurement model. So, what does it mean, the formative? The name itself suggests that it's a formative measurement model. Before going to show the next slide of formative measurement model, I would like to ask some question to my audience so that you can easily come to know and you can easily understand what does it mean, the formative measurement model. You know that in India we have two leading stock exchanges. One is called Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange. May I know what is the benchmark index of BSE as well as the benchmark index of NSE? Anybody from the audience? Yes, please.
Sensex.
Excellent answer. Excellent answer. Sensex. Then Nifty 50. Am I right? Yes. Fine, madam. One of the participants clearly told that the answer is Sensex for BSE. May I know that and how does the Sensex is values calculated every day from Monday to Friday in the stock or
Based on, sir,
based,
on the
uh,
based
based on the
based
yes?
on the top 10 shares based on market index
No,
of.
no, fine.
It's taking some time.
Do you consider top 15 companies? Why they consider only 30 companies? In India, more than 6,500 companies are listed in BSE. Why they consider only 30? Why don't you consider 50? Why don't you consider the 100? Why don't you go for taking 500 companies? Or let me come to another questions. Why we are considering 40% of pass mark for example, in a college and all? Why we consider 40% a minimum mark getting a pass? It's a yardstick to measure whether he is get the pass mark or fail mark. Fail. Am I
Benchmark,
right?
sir.
Yes, we are just fixing a benchmark whether he is pass or fail. Am I right? So formative measurement model is a specified. It's not formative. You cannot interchange the indicators. Make a note of it. In a formative measurement model, you cannot interchange the indicators. The indicator will cause the constraint. These words are very, very important. Indicator will cause the constraint. Can you all look at the screen, the job satisfaction? How, where the arrow mark goes from? The arrow mark goes from job satisfaction to indicator number. Hello? Yes?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, madam. It's going like that. But where it is goes, where it is start? It starts from
Job satisfaction, sir.
indicator 2.
Job satisfaction.
Indicator 3, job satisfaction. Indicator 3, yes. Am I right? Which means the constraint will cause the indicators. That is called reflective measurement model. If if indicators cause the constraint, then it is called measurement model. Now let me going to draw one variable called human development index. How many of you heard about the term human development index, HDA? Have you ever heard about
Economics, sir. Economics.
human development indicators is one of the measures? Okay, fine, fine. We no need to know about all those subjects. Just to come to know human development index is a variable. Let us assume that it is a variable like a job satisfaction. May I know how do you measure the human development index?
Literacy rates, infant mortality,
Excellent answer. Excellent.
per
Good.
capita income.
Very good, madam. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I have a PPT for you. Have a look at here. Human development index is measured with the help of health, education, and income. Can I use any other indicator to measure the human development index?
No, sir.
Yes, you are right. I completely agree with your point. Only these three indicators can define the human development index. That's why it is called a formative measurement model. In formative measurement model, indicator will cause the constraint. Have a look at the arrow mark where it starts. It starts from indicator to constraint. Am I right? Whereas in reflective measurement model, constraint will cause the indicators. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is called the difference between the formative measurement model and reflective measurement model. Under the formative measurement model, make a note of it, the indicators are not interchangeable, which means that you cannot include any indicators as you like. You cannot grade your own indicators. You cannot include any other indicators. It's a fixed indicators. As I told you, only 30 companies can be used for to measure the Sensex. So similarly, 50 companies can be used for measure the Nifty 50. So can I include 55 companies? No, it is a wrong data. You cannot include any other companies. The companies which are top traded in the stock market that can be included today for calculation of Nifty 50. So this is called as a formative measurement model. Here, indicator will cause constraint, whereas in reflective measurement model, it's quite opposite to indicators are reliable to measure a particular constraint. That is called reliability. Now I'm going to get some distraction from somebody. Welcome, madam. Can you please mute him?
Sir Ubaidullah, sir, can you unmute yourself?
Mute, please mute yourself.
Mute yourself, sir. Can you mute?
fine, madam. Everything.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, madam.
Can we call like the indicators as items?
Items, yeah, you can, but if people will not use in a well established publisher and a journal and all, they will never consider item. We
You
have
can
to
say
say as an
statements,
indicator.
sir.
No,
Statements.
you are not supposed to say as a statement. You are supposed to call it a manifest variable or observable variable or an indicator. Only these are the reliable term you can make use of it. Please do not say as a statement and all. Okay, fine. Now let me go to the SPSS. Let me go to the SPSS. SPSS sample of 100. What is the step number 1? Assess the reliability of a constant. What do you mean by reliability? Yes, I told you know what is reliability. How do you assess the reliability?
When most of the respondents gives the same answer, I think that is reliable.
No. See, reliability means now have a look at here. My screen you could see. I hope you could see my screen, the PDF file. Here, quality of instructor is one of the constant. It is not directly observable. It can be measured with the help of indicators. Am I right?
Yes.
Therefore,
Yes, sir.
I am going to assess whether all these indicators are reliable to measure the quality of instructor. That is called reliability.
So the data measured which is consistent over time is reliability, sir?
Yes, of course, consistent. If it, which means if all these indicators are consistent, then you have a valid constraint. If it is not consistent, it is not consistently measure the quality of constructor, then it is called inconsistency. Then it means you are having low reliability. So it is not a suitable indicator to measure the quality of instructor. Then there is a problem in data, or there is a problem in measurement of measurement scale item. Hope you understand, right? Now I am going to assess the reliability of constant, all the constants. The very first constant is nothing but quality of instructor. It is measured with the help of some indicators. Straight away I am coming to analysis part. In analysis part, please come to the scale. If you come to the scale, there is option called reliability analysis. If you go to the reliability analysis, you come to know the left hand side, a pop-up menu will appear. In the left hand side, I am going to take the first indicators. What is the name of the first indicators? Anybody else from the participants? Anybody else from the participant side? What is the first indicator? I mean, first construct. Hello.
Quality of the indicator.
Quality of instructor. Yes, quality of an instructor. It is measured with the help of how many indicators, sir? How many indicators, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 indicators, no? So similarly, I am going to take all these 7 indicators from the SPSS. Now I am going to bring the left hand side to right hand side. Now can you all see QI underscore 1, QI underscore 2, QI underscore 3, QI underscore 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many items are you can see here? Yes.
7.
These 7 indicators, now we are going to assess whether all these 7 indicators are reliable to measure a quality of instructor. That we are going to check. So before going to process, before going to start, go to the statistics and click the option called scale if item deleted. I tell you later why we are using this option. I tell you later. Scale if item deleted. Then click continue. Later on, sir, there is a tool. There is a tool called Cronfa Alpha. That is called Alpha test. People may say Cronfa Alpha. I mean Alpha test, which is used for measuring the reliability of a construct. Here, I am going to choose Alpha. There are so many methods. What you call the tool is there to assess the reliability. But researchers widely use Alpha. Now I am going to click OK. If I click OK, what I got it? What is the reliability statistics? The Cronfa Alpha reveals what is the value. Participants, can you please see the screen? What is the value?
9.22.
Yes, that is 0.922. How many items? I used 7 items, which means that there is a rule. I mean, there is a subline is there. If the alpha value more than 0.7, then it is reliable, which means all the indicators are reliable to measure and construct. Suppose if the Cronfa alpha value is comes below 0.7, we need to exclude some of the indicators to measure a particular construct. Sir, how do you remove the particular construct? How do you remove the particular indicators? Based on the suggested value by scale is the item deleted. Have a look at here. Dear participants, you can see the fourth column of item total statistics, the option called Cronfa alpha if item deleted. If item deleted in the sense, if I remove the Q1 underscore 7, what will be the value of Cronfa alpha? 0.911. Suppose if I remove the quality of instructor indicator 1, what I will get the Cronfa alpha value? 0.91. So suppose if you get any below 0.7, sometimes you can use that option called Cronfa alpha item. If it is below 0.7, you can remove that indicator and you can strengthen the value of alpha value. Hope you all understand what I am saying here. Anybody have doubt?
Sir, can you explain once again, sir?
Let us assume that here how many indicators I used here, madam? How many indicators I used here?
7, sir.
7 indicators I
7.
used. What is the cutoff value? It should be more than 0.7. Am I right? This is a first step. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Whether now tell me whether it is more than 0.7 or less than 0.7.
More than 0.7, sir.
It means it is meet its minimum requirement. Therefore, you are no need to worry about reliability of a quality of a construct, which means all the 7 indicators are highly correlated together to measure a quality of instructor. So there is no issue in reliability of a quality of instructor. Sometimes you may get low, that is less than 0.7. During that time, how can you strengthen the reliability of an indicator? That is in the item total statistics. No, that will guide you. How can you strengthen the value of or increase the value of Cronfa alpha item? That is based on the fourth column. Let's say example, if I remove the Q1 indicator, what will be the value of Cronfa alpha value? What is the fourth one indicate? Yes, 0.
0.911.
Yes. Suppose if I remove the 0 point, I mean the sound indicator, what will be the value of what will be the value of Cronfa alpha value? I mean if I remove the sound indicator, yes, 0.911. Yes. Now I am going to just do the silent error method. I'm just going to remove the Q. I'm going to remove it. I'm again bring back to the left hand side. Now I'm going to click OK. Now can you see the value of alpha value? 0.911. Hope you understand. This is how you can strengthen and reduce your alpha value. Since all the indicators are more than 0.97, so therefore you don't need to bother. You can proceed as it is. Hope you all agree with me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I move to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Sir, but now the number of items increased to 8, I think, or 6. This is 6 or 8?
Yes, madam, this is 6. But
6.
actually, yes, actually, how many
Okay, then
indicators we were used? How many indicators we were? No, madam. Actually, we used 7. No, you have to keep all the 7.
Yes, sir. 7, 7.
You have to keep all the 7. Have a look here. I'm going to make use of all the 7. So variable 1 is over, right? Can I go to the next variable? What is the variable number 2? Yes.
Course design.
Now I'm going to take the course design. Go to the analysis, come to the reliability analysis, bringing back to the left hand side, and I'm going to consider CD. So how many indicators are there? CD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 indicators. Again bring it and tail if item where tail is mandatory, you have to click and click OK. And can you all see the value of alpha item 0.914? Whether it is more than the cutoff value or less than the cutoff value? More than. So no issue in course design also. Again, I am coming back to the another variable. Another variable called is the, yes, please, any one of you. What is another variable? Course
Content.
Yes, I am going to
Content.
check the, yes, exactly. I am going to check the CC, that is called course content. Come fast. C1. Here I have 6 indicators for course content. I am going to check the reliability. Yeah, it comes 0.896. Am I right? Yeah, this is also above the cutoff value. So there is no issue in the reliability of course content. Then again, I am going to check the another variable. I think instructor interaction. Am I right? Now I am going to check the instructor interaction. How do you check the instructor interaction? AI. How many indicators are here? Yes, audience. Participant. 3. Now I am going to check it. Yeah, how look at here? Its value 0.852. Make a note of it. See here. Suppose if I remove the indicator number 2, how much value I will get the ground for alpha? Suppose if I remove the indicator number 2 from the instructor interaction, what will the value of the ground for alpha? Yes, anybody?
It will increase.
No, it will. How does it will increase? It will go down, no? Ma'am, have a look at the item total statistics. What is the indicator number 2? Indicates if you remove the indicator number 2, then it comes to ground for alpha value 0.755. Right? Participants, please mute yourself. So you have to keep on check the reliability of all the indicators. Now, what is another construct? You can see my PDF. Student expectation. I am going to check the student expectation. SE1, SE2, 3, 4, 5, and again bring it here and check it out. Yeah, this is also 8.69. It is also more than the cutoff value. Then you can keep on going. I don't want to run for every variable because it will take time. So with this, I wish to stop the step number 1. Hope you all, my participants, come to know how do you assess the reliability of the indicators. Am I right? Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Have a look at here. The ground for alpha is widely used for assessing the reliability of a construct, and it should be more than 0.7. If it is less than 0.7, please do not consider. Some of the researchers and all using, if it is 5, they are thinking that it is a valid construct. Please don't follow in those. I am going to continue the step number 1 once again. Assess the reliability of coefficient of construct. Here you have quality of instructor. This is one of the, what do you call it as, one of the construct. How many indicators I were used to measure this construct? Anybody from audience side? How many indicators I used?
7.
Okay. Here 3, 4. Here 5, and 6. Hope you all could see that I am writing over my presentation. Hope you all could see that. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Here 7 indicators are there. Let us assume that today we have our organizing secretary, convener of this workshop, Mrs. Modisama is here. Let us assume that I asked to rate the scale. Now she has chosen, let us assume that strongly agree for the first indicators, and she has chosen agree for the second indicator, and she has chosen disagree for here, and then here neutral here 3, and here for 5, and here for 5, and here for 5. Can I take the, can you all please mute? Can someone?
Adirvel, sir,
Can someone, hello, participants, please mute yourself. I'm getting distraction from your side. Please Can anyone sum up the total value? Yes, please.
28 divided by 7, 4 is the
X, madam. Excellent answer. 28 divided by 7. Then if you get what is the average?
4.
Excellent answer. So this average now I can use for measuring the quality of instructor. Now I am going to do it in SPSS. How to find out the value of the quality of instructor, because it is not directly observable. It can be indirectly observed. That is why we use the indicator. Now based on the indicator average value, we are going to participants, please mute yourself, please, so that I can continue my class in an effective manner, so that other participants also can learn easily. Okay, now I'm going to do in a calculation of construct in the SPSS. How do you find out the value of this quality of instructor? Now again, I'm coming back to the SPSS. Go to the option called transform. There you are going to make use option called compute variable. Now which construct or which variable we are going to measure? What is the first first variable or first constructor? Anybody else from our participants? What is the name of the first
quality of instructor?
Yes, madam. Thank you. Now I am going to keep quality of instructor. Then there will not be any space here. You should not give any space unless otherwise you will consider. Therefore, what I am going to do, I am going to keep quality of ins. Okay. Now there are 7 indicators we were used. Am I right? How many indicators we were used? 7 indicators. I am going to bring all the 7 indicators one by one. Q1, quality of instructor interaction number 1, and plus. We are going to find out the mean value. That's all. You know that sum of all the observations divided by n. That's all. You can find out the mean value. Again, I am going to bring the indicator number 2. Again, I am going to bring the indicator number 3, and keep on plus, and I am going to bring indicator number 4, and I am going to bring indicator number 5, and indicator number 6, and I am going to bring indicator number 7. That's all. I am going to sum up all the 7 indicators and divided by number of items. Number of indicators. I had used 7 indicators. Therefore, I am going to click 7. Then keep OK. If you click OK, you come to see a variable called in the variable view, that is called quality of instructor. Have a code here. 57. Just now I created quality INS. This variable is created. This is how you need to measure in a construct. It should be in a scale item. Hope you all, my participants, come to know how to measure in a construct. Am I right? Can you all follow me?
Yes, sir.
Or do you want to repeat for any other variable, or this is enough?
No need, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Super, madam. Again, I have to come back to the PowerPoint presentation because step number 1 is over. And how to write the interpretation, ma'am? It's a very, very important, sir. And ma'am, it's very, very important. How do you write the interpretation for reliability of the construct? You have to write like this. Let's say example, instructor quality. This is measured using 7 item scale, which means that here I used 7 indicators. That's why I wrote here 7 item scale on 5-point Likert type scale. A score 1 of representing strongly disagree, which means when you have to start with 1 and end with 5. The 1 represents strongly disagree and 5 represents strongly agree. Then 5 represents strongly agree. And the instrument by bank rate. Sir, you have to mention where did you adopt all these 7 indicators. That should be mentioned in your study text or in your thesis. Unless otherwise, your thesis or your article will not be considered by the editor team. For thesis and all, you can submit depends upon your guide and other external examiner or other foreign examiner, depends upon that. If they are very much aware about those things and all, they will ask you a question. But in case of article and all, you have to write the interpretation. And our reliability value is 0.922. This is a value I got it from where? From SPSS. That you have to write in a proper manner. That's all. So now step number 1 is over. Now I am going to proceed with the step number 2. So what is the step number 2? Step number 2 is nothing but assess the indicator reliability or loadings. Earlier, we discussed about assess the reliability of a construct. Make a note of it. Dear participants, step number 1 is speaks about assessing the reliability of a construct, whereas the step number 2 it speaks about the reliability of an indicators. How would I assess the reliability of an indicator? The reliability of an indicator can be measured with the help of CFA. What do you mean by that? Confirmatory factor analysis. This is another tool which is used for measure the load to run the CFA. But here we cannot use SPSS to find out the value of factor loadings. And let me give some of the minimum requirements for indicator reliability. We are going for run the CFA, all the indicators. As you know that quality of inspector is measured with the help of how many indicators? There are 7 indicators. Indicator number 1, indicator number 2, and keep on going. 3, 4, and 5, and then 6. The last one 7. Now what does it mean? The factor loadings, which means that here indicator 1, let us assume that it is loaded with a value of 0.9, which means that 90%, for example, I am saying 90% it is contribute to measure the quality of insect. That is called factor loadings. How much percentage is loaded? It is loaded for 0.90 to measure the quality of insect. Whereas let us assume that the insect in indicator number 2, let us assume that its load it has a value of 0.3, which means that only it is contribute for 30% to measure the quality of insect. Will you consider this indicator number 2? Because you should not consider this indicator number 2 for to measure the quality of insect, since it has improper loading. I mean improper loading, which means you should have a minimum of 0.70. If your loadings of all the indicators more than 0.70, you can consider to measure in a particular construct. Suppose the indicators loadings are not loaded more than 0.70, that should be removed from the analysis part. Make a note of it. Do you want to repeat once again, dear participants? Do you want to repeat it or shall I continue?
We'll continue.
Yes.
No need, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
repeat please.
Yes.
Sir, repeat please.
Yes, madam. See, have a look at here. I am going to write the value of indicator number 3 is 0.6, and the value of factor loadings of indicator number 4 is 0.9, and here 8, 0.8, and here 0.9, here 0.76. Okay. Now, what is the loadings of indicator number 1? 0.9. Whether it is above the cutoff value or below the cutoff value. What is the cutoff value? 0.78 is a cutoff value. Now tell me whether it's above the cutoff value or below the cutoff value.
Above.
What about the indicator number 2?
Below the cutoff value.
Very good. Indicator number 3?
Below the
below. Indicator number is above, so no issue. Indicator number is above the 5. So indicator number 6 also above. Indicator number 7 also is above the cutoff value. Therefore, since earlier we used 7 indicators to measure the quality of quality of instructor. However, out of 7 indicators, only 5 indicators were reliable and loaded properly to measure the quality of instructor, whereas the rest of the 2 indicators are not loaded properly to measure the quality of instructor. In that case, those 2 indicators should be removed from the measurement analysis part. Hope you now participants understand easily, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you tell me?
If we are getting below the level, what we have to do, sir? We have to remove the indicator or we have to modify?
No, you are supposed to remove. You cannot modify the Then which means you are manipulating the data. You don't change the values and down.
Okay, sir.
It should be removed from the analysis part. Okay. Now, out of 7 indicators, how many indicators are used?
Sir, actually, yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Okay.
actually, இப்போ நம்ம இது ரிமூவ் பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா இது வந்து திருப்பி ரிலேபிலிட்டி டெஸ்ட்டுக்கு போடணுமா சார்? இட்ஸ் நத்திங்
Not
சார்.
okay. You have already done the reliability analysis. Fundamental steps number 1 is over. Once you got the
Okay, sir.
green signal in step number 1, you are going to proceed with step number 2. But we did not get the green signal for all the 7 indicators. We got only 5 indicators as a green signal. Rest of the 2 indicators the red signal. Therefore, you have to remove those indicators. Fine.
ஓகே சார். சார் அப்ப கொஸ்டினர்லயே நம்ம எடுத்து விடணுமா இல்ல இது அப்படியே இருக்கலாமா சார்?
No, ma'am. Please understand. You have already collected the data. Then why you should remove from the questionnaire? You should keep all those 7 indicators in your questionnaire, as well as you should keep all those 70 indicators in your data analysis. While you explaining the confirmatory factor analysis part, you should tell, first of all, you should present all the results, whatever the result you got in the raw data. Which, for example, how can I interpret? Let's say, example, we used CFA for measure the factor loadings. Our quality of instructor were measured with the help of 7 indicators. Out of 7 indicators, 5 indicators were loaded more than 0.7, whereas rest of the 2 indicators, namely indicator number 2 and indicator number 3, is not loaded properly. Hence, it is removed from the analysis part. Like that, you have to give the interpretation, so that the readers can easily understand and go through your analysis part. If you straight away remove without informing them, they will raise the question. Since you mentioned 7 indicators in your questionnaire, but you have shown only 5 indicators in your analysis part, definitely there will be a suspect in your data analysis. So better to give all the, ma'am, whatever the analysis you are doing in your thesis, you have to give proper explanation in the analysis, in the interpretation, so that other person, in ordinary layman also can understand. Hope you understand.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir. Sir, you are telling to remove the construct, sir. Can we change the
Ma'am,
question
I'm not
or
asking
modify
to,
it?
ma'am, please, I'm not asking to remove the construct. I'm asking to remove the indicators.
And that's what, sir.
Yes.
If we remove the indicator, can we change some other, can we modify it?
Why should you modify, ma'am?
Removing itself is good.
You have to
How
remove.
can you collect data if you modify the question? Sorry, indicator.
First, in the reliability alone, we are checking. No, if again we can do the pilot study. No, after
Ma'am,
changing the.
please, pilot study, ma'am. First of all, try to understand. Pilot study, why we are doing to authenticate, whether we used the questionnaire in the survey instrument is valid or not. In order to test the internal consistency of the survey instrument, we are using the pilot study. For example, you can take 30 sample or 50 sample, whether the respondent can easily understand the questionnaire, whether there is any mistakes, or only for fundamental things you are doing. Let us assume that you have 100 data and you have 1,000 data. If you do the analysis for 100 data and for 1,000 data, there will be a difference in the result of internal consistency. There will be a huge difference will be there. Okay, so don't confuse those things at all, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Fine.
Hope you all understand what is step number 2. I'm just explaining the theoretical part of step number 2. Still, I did not do the analysis part, and just to explain the step number 2, you should know the step number 2 theoretical part. Then only you can proceed with the analysis. Yes, anybody have a doubt? Any other doubt? Yes. Can I move? Can I move to the next one? Hello.
Proceed, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Thank you. Yeah. Now straight away, I told you clearly, CFA cannot run. You cannot use the SPSS to run the CFA. Therefore, I'm going to use a software called Smart PLS. Let me go to the Smart PLS. Hope you all can see my screen, right? Manisha ma'am, can you see my Smart PLS software? I'm running here.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Not at. No, ಇಲ್ಲ sir.
But here I am
Not showing sir.
okay, sir. So, but here I am presenting only.
But it's not yet showing.
Sir, your screen is not visible. Sir, can you hear me?
Sir is checking that only. Within a few minutes it will be.
Okay.
Yes. Hello. Sorry
Yes,
for the
sir.
interruption. Yes, madam. I'm sorry, madam. Due to
No
some
issue, sir. No issue, sir.
yes, I will continue where I stopped. Can you all see my smart PLS software?
Yeah, sir. It's visible.
Can you all see? Thank you, madam. Now, straight away, I'm going to smart PLS, going to start new project. Your pop-up menu will appear. There you have to write, I'm going to run CFA now. Therefore, I'm going to name as a CFA. Cell and the model name here, it is call it as CFA and click save. Then your another pop-up menu will appear, a blank screen will be there, and you in left hand side you could see that what is my first variable or what is the first construct I used in my study. Hello, anybody from the respondent side, can you please say
Quality instructor.
what is the first variable? Quality of instructor, exactly, madam, correct. I am going to bring all the 7 indicators. I am going to bring in the right hand side. After selecting, just click it. Now you could see that. Yes, can you all see that? Can you all see that? My construct, can
Yes,
you all
sir.
see
Yes,
my screen?
sir.
Yes. Next, I am going to bring another indicator. Due to time constraint, I'm not going to bring all the indicators. I'm going to bring only selected indicators only. Here, I am going to have another one thing, course design, and I'm going to bring it another one course content I have. That also I'm going to bring it. Then course content, that is another indicate. I mean another construct. Here I have 3 independent variable. I brought it. The next one I'm going to bring academic performance. It's a dependent variable. Due to time constraint, I am unable to bring all those indicators because it will take much more time. So bring it academic performance. And then last one, online class satisfaction. That also I'm going to bring it here. Yes. Now from participant sides, can you please tell me what are all independent variable? What are the dependent variable from here? Yes. Can any one of you tell me what is independent variable here?
In circle we have dependent variable, and in rectangles we have
No. All the no, madam. Let me conclude. And on left hand side, you could see
AP is dependent variable, sir.
Okay, fine, madam. Quality of instructor is an independent variable. I'm going to connect it by QI to AP. Now, once you connect between one variable to another variable, I mean one construct to another construct, you will get blue color. Oh, which means you have a connection. Which means QI is in IV, AP is in DV. Again, I am CD to AP. Now CD will become IV, AP will become a DV. I mean dependent variable, and CC to AP. That is CC is in IV and AP is in a DV. Then again, I'm going to bring AP to OCS. I mean online class satisfaction. Now have a look at here. I drawn a what you call it as a structural model, which means IQ to AP, CD to AP, CC to AP, and AP to OCS, online class satisfaction. Earlier, these are called it as a measurement model, and here I have a conceptual, I mean structural model. Here I have. Now what I am going to do, I am going to calculate. Go to the calculate, and you are going to find out PLS algorithm. I'm going to make use of PLS algorithm, and I'm going to find out the factor loadings. No, since you are going to find out the factor loadings, I'm going to keep factor, and you have to keep standardized factor and click start calculation. Once you click start calculation, have a look at it. Within a fraction of second, you will get the output. Can you all see the output in my screen? Dear participants, can you all
Yes,
see the
sir.
output in my screen?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. What is the yes, madam? What is the value of factor loadings of Q1? Whether it is above the cutoff value, below the cutoff value?
Above the cutoff value, sir.
8.14. Yes. Q2 also above the cutoff value. 3 also, 4 also, 5 all are above the cutoff
All
value.
are above
But
the.
I couldn't see. Yes. Now what I'm going to open the report. If you open the report, every in a single screen you can find out how much value you got it. Now I don't want to see the picture. I don't want to see the diagram. Straight away you can go to the option called outer loadings. make a note of it. In the outside, I mean left hand side, you can see the option called outer loadings. May I know what kind of this is the variable? AP is in dependent variable, no? Here, what is the value of all the indicators? It is 0.83. Is it less than 0.70? Is it less than 0.70? No, it is above the 0.70. That's why you got green signal. Make a note of it. If you get anything which is less than 0.70, it will show a red signal. Hope you understand what I'm saying. Now, have a look at the CC, that is course content. Is it any? Do you have any red signal? No. Then CD, course design. This is also above the cutoff value. Online class satisfaction, that is also above the cutoff value. And the quality of instructor, that is also above the cutoff value. If any indicators is below the 0.7?
No, sir.
Which means that all the indicators are loaded properly to measure each construct. So therefore, you are satisfied and which means you met the minimum requirements for step number 2. Can you all agree with me? Can you all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes, sir.
Then come to the Excel file. You should have a column like this. Make a note of it. It's very, very important. You have to produce result like this. You should not copy the entire things, and you should not produce the same result what you got it in the output from SPSS and Smart PLS. You have to give only summarized result. Don't copy and paste the entire result. Now have a look at the screen. First variable instructor quality. Here I have all the indicators. Now I am going back to the yes.
ये तो इसमें मोटा ट्रिक नहीं होता.
Hello.
The question is, sir.
Sorry.
इसको एक बार और रखना.
Carry on.
Sorry, I am not getting you.
मैं कर लूँ.
Neeraj Chawla, please mute. Hello. Someone asked question. Hello. Can I continue? Shall I continue?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Now, what is the first construct? Quality of instructor quality, no? I mean quality of instructor, right? Now I am going to get the factor loadings for quality of instructor. So it is not used here because I used only the selected indicators. Sorry. Here is there QI. How many indicators are here? 7 indicators. I am going to just copy all the 7 indicators. Once if you select and copy, you can easily copy, and I am going to paste it here. What is called standard loadings. Yeah, can you all here I easily pasted, no? Sir, here I can easily paste it, right? Yes. This is step number 2.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, madam.
Hello.
Yes,
sir,
yes.
Is these loadings are the, if we go for factor analysis, there also loadings will be there, no, sir? Is it the same loadings or it is different, sir?
Madam, factor analysis totally different from confirmatory factor analysis. Once you identify the factor analysis, then only you can proceed with the confirmatory factor analysis. When you go for scale development analysis, you can use factor analysis. But if we are using CFA for test the sectional model, so that is different. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hello. Oh, fine. Now, after pasted the value of factor loadings of quality of instructor, again you come to the option called reliability. What is the reliability? Reliability is nothing but just to take a value of loadings and take in a square. Make a square. You need to make a square, cap option, and make it a square, and you will get the values. Just square the value. That is called lambda square. That is called reliability. And then you need to find out the variance. How do I find out the variance? That is nothing but difference between value number 1 and the reliability is known as the variance. Difference between value number 1 and the reliability is called as the variance. Now just click variance. That's all. This is how you need to do for all other construct. For only sample purpose, I am doing for instructor quality. For rest of the variable, you have to do like this. Now, and before that, he could see no alpha value. What is the alpha value? We got it for instructor quality in the SPSS. Anybody have remember that? Anybody, can you remember that? 0.922. Am I right?
Double.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Cronpac alpha.
yes, cron for alpha value 0.92, and we have another option called CR, that is composite reliability. That is the step number 3. I do it later. Now with this, step number 2 is over. Step number 2 is nothing but we need to identify the factor loadings. Once you identify the factor loadings, that should be bring it in the Excel file, and we need to take the square of each factor loadings. Once you find out the square of each factor loadings, we need to find out the variance. Later on, after this, we are moving to the step number 3. What is step number 3? Again, I am coming back to the PowerPoint presentation. That is step number 3. Assess the internal consistency. So what is it? Step number 1 and 3 are one and same. Make a note of it. Step number 1 and 3 are one and same. Only difference is in step number 1 we used cron for alpha value. Am I right? Whereas in step number 3 we are not going to use cron for alpha value. Instead of using, we are going to use a scale quality test. Anybody know that? What is the name of the composite reliability? What do you call it as? We are going to make use of composite reliability. That is called CR. That is called it as a CR. What do you call it as a composite reliability? This is another tool which is used for determine the reliability of each construct. So what is the difference between the cron for alpha tool and the composite reliability? The composite reliability, it can have a look at here. Here I have mentioned the composite reliability. The composite reliability calculated based on the individual item value, whereas the cron for alpha the cron for alpha value, it is based on the consolidated item, which means that let us assume that quality of instructor is measured with the help of 7 indicators. It's taken an aggregate value of 7 indicators, whereas composite reliability consider each indicator contribution to measure the reliability. That's the difference between the cron for alpha value and the composite reliability. So where I can find out the composite reliability? The composite reliability value can be find out in Smart PLS itself. You can see option called construct reliability and validity. Can you all see the alpha value, cron for alpha value here? Hello, in my screen. Hope you all find out the cron for alpha.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
and
sir.
another value called composite reliability. There itself you can get it. You just copy this value and keep paste it in the Excel file, and keep a note of it. Both cron for alpha value and the composite reliability value should be more than 0.70. Here you all got green signal only, which means that all are reliable and valid. All are reliable and valid. Therefore, step number 3 also is over. Now I am moving to step number 4. What is the step number 4? Step number 4 is nothing but convergent validity. What does it mean, convergent? Converge means how does 7 indicators, I mean quality of instructor, all 7 indicators converge together, or how all these 7 indicators converged together to measure in a particular construct, which means that now I am going to draw one diagram so that you can understand. Here quality of instructor QI. Here I have 7 indicator. No, all these should converge to in a single line, which means it should be one and other should be each and other should be related together. It should not be have any deviation. If you have any deviation, let's say for example, I am considering indicator number 1 and indicator number 2. Indicator number 1 and indicator 2 have a correlation value of 0.90. Do you think that both 1 and 2 are interrelated to each other? Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Do you think that the indicator 1 and 2 are related to each other? If you have a correlation 0.90?
Yes, sir.
Yes, fine. Suppose indicator number 3, number 4 has an minus 0.3. Will you get convergent validity now?
No, sir.
No,
Because,
sir. No,
because it has a deviation, because it is negatively associated. So that's why convergent means if all the 70 indicators correlated each other, highly correlated with each other, then you will have a decent convergent validity, which means all 7 indicators are convex to measure in a particular, tightly convex to measure in a particular constraint. That is called convergent. Convergent na Tamil alaga solanga குவிந்து காண்கப்படுகிறதுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. Okay, fine. No need to explain those things. So convergent validity. Fine. Now, how do I measure the convergent validity? There is a tool called average variance extracted. What do you call it as? Average variance extracted, which is used for measure the convergent validity. If average variance extracted is more than 0.50, make a note of it. This cutoff value is different. Whereas Cronfa alpha value and the factor loadings, composite reliability value is 0.70. Whereas AVE, average variance extracted, it should be more than 0.50 or 50 or above 50, exactly 50 or above. It should be 0.50 or above the 50. Then only it has a convergent validity for a constant. How do I assess the convergent validity? Once you run the CFA, you will get all the validity. I mean, you will get the composite reliability, you will get the Cronfa alpha validity, and you will get the convergent validity. Now I am going to find out the convergent validity in smart PRS result, since I already read. Can you all see the AB value in my screen? AVE value, average variance extracted.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you think that is less than the minimum cutoff value or above the cutoff value? It is all above the cutoff value. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Green in color, sir.
It is in green color, which means shows a green signal, which means all are converged together, measured in each constant. There will therefore no issue in average variance extracted. Therefore, step number 4 also you can get green signal. Therefore, shall we proceed to step number 5? Sir, how do you report it? That's very important. Here we have an AV, AVE should be mentioned for the constant. What is a quality of instructor value? Average variance extracted, quality of instructor, that is 0.681. No, therefore I am going to mention 0.681, and the composite value also 0.922. Now this is how you need to represent the result for analysis. Now a complete result I have given for one variable. Can you all see that? Can you all see that I have given a complete result? This is how you need to report for your thesis as well as research study. Hope you all make a note of it. Hope you all understand what I am trying to say here.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, how many steps so far over?
4.
4 over, sir.
Okay. Still, how many steps we have to go?
1.
Only 1 step. That is called discriminant validity. Sir, the step number 5 is totally different from first 4. First 4 steps, it speaks about only the indicators, whereas the last step, the final steps, it speaks about construct. Make a note of it. First 4 steps, it speaks about indicator. The last steps is speaks about construct. How does discriminant means? Discriminant means how does one construct is different from other construct. That is called a discriminant validity. What does it mean? How does one construct, I mean one variable, different from other variable? Let's say example for your better understanding. I'm going to tell you best example. Do you think that like and love and this variable are one and same or different? Let us as here I have a like
different,
and
sir.
Different, but similar. But 90% of, I mean, for 90% it may be a similar. No, for example, I'm telling. Don't think that. Yeah, of course I agree with you. Both are different. But for example, I'm telling. Both are interrelated. No, both are interchangeable. No, like and love and
Yes, sir. Yes,
can
sir.
you all
Yes,
agree?
sir.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Which means it doesn't have any difference. Unique difference you cannot find it. That it is called a lack of discriminant. For example, let us assume that here I am going to have course design. course design as a one variable, course layout is another variable. Do you find any difference between both the variable or both are one and same?
One and same, sir.
One and same. Which means that one variable should not be related to other variable. Which means there should be a difference between one variable to another variable. That is called discriminant. Hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
I have a look at the point number sentence number 2. You can see construct is distinct from other construct. That is called as discriminant validity. Then how do I verify one construct is different from other construct, or how does one variable different from other construct? For that purpose, we have to use a tool called heterotrait monotrait, HTMT. What do you call it as? Heterotrait monotrait. That tool we have to use for measure the discriminant validity. Suppose the heterotrait monotrait value, that is the relationship between one variable to another variable, if it is more than 0.90, there is a problem of lack of discriminant validity. If the relationship between the course design and the course layout, if it is less than 0.9, means you are free from lack of discriminant validity, which means that there is a distinct from one construct to another construct. If it is above 0.90, that is, if the correlation value is above the 0.90, there is a problem in discriminant validity. Hope you understand. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Fine. Suppose if we have high correlation, let us assume that in my study I have correlation between two variables. I mean, correlation is nothing but HTMT value. The HTMT value between CD and course layout I have 0.950, which means that lack of discriminant validity, which means both the variable are not. Hello, please mute yourself. Which means that both are not distinct from each other. Both are measuring the same thing. If you have like this, then there is a issue
Ma'am,
of.
Lakshmi ma'am, can you mute your mic? Lakshmi ma'am.
Dear participants, please mute yourself. I need to finish it off. Monisha madam, when should I finish it? But still I have 5 more slides. If you permit, I can continue till 8 o'clock, madam. Can I proceed, madam?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Continue, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine, thanks. Within 15 minutes, I will finish it. Sure. Okay. Sorry, madam. Sorry for extending that time since you have allotted only 1.5 hours. Thank you. Now, 0.50 above the 0.95. Okay, fine. If it is more than 0.95, which means that there is a lack of discriminant validity, then how can you overcome this issue? For that purpose, you have to center the variable. The option called center the variable in SPSS. You need to find out the deviation from the actual mean. If you found out the deviation from the actual mean, you can escape from the discriminant validity. 90% there will be no issue of discriminant validity. If it is persist, you have to make use of that centering the variable option to escaping from the discriminant validity. Okay, fine. In my study, let me show what is the value of the discriminant validity, whether it is above the 0.990 or below the 90. Let me check it out. Where I can check the discriminant validity in the left hand side. Could you see the option called discriminant validity in the left hand side? Anybody from the participants?
Sir.
Here I can see. Yes. If you click, oh my God, here I got 0.90. Whether it's a red signal or green signal, ma'am.
Red, sir.
Red, which means that lack of.
The issue of discriminant validity, sir.
Lack of discriminant validity. Between what? Between which variable? Between quality of instructor and course design. Therefore, we should center the variable QI and CD should be center. Then only you can remove the discriminant validity. Okay, and or you can keep like this. Even sometimes some of the article, I mean, have a look at. Wow, let me tell you, have a look at my percentage. And, yeah. Here et al. Suggested that even if you can have 0.95, even if you have 0.95, it is not a problem of discriminability. Some authors are suggesting, but in my point of view, keep 0.90 itself. That is the best one. So since it is has a red signal, therefore you should center the variable between QI and CD. That I tell you later in the another part of analysis. Now, now step number 4. Rest of the variable are no issue. No, we have a good distinction between one variable to another variable. No, am I right? Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, step number 5 is over. Next part, I am going to assess the structural model. Now, measurement model is we have validated. Now, I am going to assess the structural model. How do I assess the structural model? For that purpose, we need to go to SPSS, and already I have done the construct. Let me go and do the analysis part for your better understanding, so that you can gain knowledge. Before going to, dear participants, before going to structural model analysis, you have to check another thing. They call it as variant influencer factor. That is called multicollinearity problem. That should be checked. Where I can check the multicollinearity problem, there is an option called collinearity statistics in Smart PLS, that it is given in the result. If the, I mean, for all the, this is called APA 1, APA 2, APA 3, APA 4, all indicators. If all the indicators values vary from 0 to 5, there will be no multicollinearity. If any value, if more than 5, there will be a multicollinearity problem. In our study, luckily, all the values are below the 5. Am I right? Am I right? All the values are below the 5. Therefore, there is no multicollinearity. If it is more than 0. If it is more than 5, there will be a multicollinearity. So we are escaping. We do not have any multicollinearity. Therefore, we can straight away run the structural model. Now I am going to run the structural model for your better understanding. Go to the analysis, come to the regression part, come to the linear. When you come to the linear, what do you call it as an dependent variable? Wait, I am going to keep it. What is a dependent variable? I think the first dependent variable is an academic performance. Am I right? So I am going to bring the academic performance. Here I have used some of the control variable. What are the control variable I have used in my study? In my conceptual model, what are the control variable I have used? Anybody from the participant side? What are the control variable I have used? Yeah, let me show the
social media.
No, that is moderator, right?
Gender.
Yes, gender, place of residence, stream. Therefore, I am going to bring gender and place, stream, and leave it. Let me keep only these two. In order to rack up time, I am going to run fast. Then come to the block number 2. What is the independent variable? Can you all see what are the independent variable? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 independent variable I have. No, I am going to bring all the independent variable. Name of the independent variable, quality of instructor, course design, course content, instructor, student expectation, learning platform. I am going to bring all the independent variable and here. And also I am coming to moderator. Here I have moderator, call it as positive effect of social media, IQ. Then here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the moderator I am going to bring it to block number 3. Again I am going to choose the statistics, click R square changes and click continue and click OK. Now you will come to the result. Now, dear participants, now you come to know the model summary. This is very important. What is model summary? Let me explain what does it mean the model summary. Please don't copy paste the result what you got it in the SPSS output. It's very important. You don't need to be a statistician. From the beginning itself, I am telling you, you don't need to be a statistician. First, try to act as a researcher. Now, let us assume that you are ordinary layman can easily understand. Let me explain to you. A, B, C. There are 3 models are there, no? which means that in model number 1, that is in a block number 1, we used control variable that are stream and gender. Can you all see here? Can you all see here?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
then B, that is model number 2, we used only the independent variable, main independent variable. You can see that is called learning platform, QI, insert all the 6. Why here gender and streams comes? Since we included in the first model, so that too will come in model number 2. And in model number 3, we use moderator. Since we used in model 1 and model 2 main variable and control variable, that will be included model number 3. That is called model number 1, model number 2, model number 3. Now we have to see the model summary R square value. That is very important. That is model number 1, R square value shows 0.006, which means that only 0.6% the control variable are influencing the dependent variable of academic performance. Can you all agree with me? Can you all agree with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
0.6%, 0.06% is impact the academic performance. Whereas if I include the main variable like learning platform, quality of instructor, instructor interaction, student expectation, course design, course content, these variables are explaining 60%. The rest of the 40%, that is called extraneous variable, that is not included in study. That variable or main variable that can be included for your further studies. That can be included for your further studies. Dear participant, you can see option called R square change. When you have a control variable, it doesn't change the value of R square change. Am I right? You can see that there will be no changes in the R square value. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
If I include the main variable in model number 2, you could find the how does the R square value change, that is 0.590. Am I right? Which means that it is a difference between 0.06 to 0.61. Hope you understand. Do I want to explain this one? Hello, do you want to explain this one?
Yes, sir. Once again, please.
See,
Yes, sir.
yes, in model number 1, what is the R square value? 0.06. It still remains 0.06. Am I right? If I include the main variable in model number 2, how does the R square value change? It changed from 0.06 to 0.061, 0.0601, because of by including the main variable. That is called different 59% increasing in the value of R square when you include the main variable, right? Hope you now you understand. Yes, then the model number 3, there is increase in the R square value. If you have a moderator, which means moderator strengthen the relationship in the R square value 0.629. Model number 1 is poor, model number 2 is better, and model number 3 is far better than model number 2. So both the model are significant. Both the model are significant. Where you have to check if the model is significant or not, you have to see the ANOVA table. In ANOVA table, model number 1 it is not significant because it's greater than 0.05. It is greater than 0.05. Whereas model number 2 it is significant because it's less than 0.05, and model number 3 also significant. Now one more thing, you have to see the coefficient value. This is very, very important. How can you see the coefficient value? You can have to come to the model number 2. How many variables are significant? Have a look at here. Course content is significant, and the instructor interaction is significant, student expectation is significant, learning platform is significant. Out of 6 independent variables, how many variables are significant? 4. Only 4, which means that only these variables are significantly related to academic performance. Rest of the 2 variables, it is not significantly related. Therefore, out of 6 hypotheses, 4 hypotheses supported, rest of the 2 hypotheses not supported. This is how you need to report it. And come to the model number 3, you have to see the moderator. In moderator, when you come to the moderator, how many moderators are significant? First is not significant, second one is not significant, third, only the last 2 moderators are significant. That is Student expectation and social media, learning platform and social media are significant, which means they strengthen the relationship between student expectation and academic performance. So rest of the moderator are not significant. Therefore, out of 11 hypotheses, 8 hypotheses are supported, rest of the hypotheses are not supported. This is how you need to conclude your result. Hope you all understand. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir.
If you have any doubt, you may ask. Due to time constraint, I could not see. I could not show the other. I mean, relationship between academic performance to online class registration. Otherwise, I can show, and I can also tell the interpretation how to present the result of CFA and how to present the result of structural equation modeling. I mean, this is called hierarchical regression analysis. There is a let me show the only one output for your better understanding how to show the result of hierarchical regression. This is how you need to show. You should not reproduce the result what you got it from the SPSS. Make a note of it. Here you can see now. I hope you can see my screen, right? Now look at here. In column one is the control variable. Column 2 is the main variable. Column 3 is the moderator. Column 3 is the moderator. You
Sir,
need
kindly
to
increase the size.
Yes. I can.
We can see the structure only. You can't see any readings. And
Now,
sir, from 7:40 onwards, you have done so fast.
ma'am, I'm sorry.
Okay, sir.
I need to finish it off before 8.
That's true, but we are not
Ma'am,
getting
the
anything.
ma'am,
Sir,
the
we are.
content will be available in YouTube as well, ma'am. So you can refer to that also.
Okay, I'm sorry, madam. I need to make it finish it off earlier so that I could. Ma'am, if you have any doubt, feel free to contact me. I will help you. Don't worry.
Sir,
Now,
kindly suggest some good reference also
references for what?
to learn this topic.
Learn it, ma'am. There is a book called Multivariate Data Analysis, which is authored by Hare et al. It is cost only 800. Better to buy from. It is available in Amazon itself. If you go through the textbook, then you will become a master in
Kindly,
the method.
sir, kindly write the author name at last in chat box.
Multivariate data analysis. Yeah,
By
I can write. Yeah, I can show you. Don't worry. I can show it in a. Wait a minute. Um, multivariate data analysis. Yes, this is a book. Try to get this book from Amazon, and you can gain more knowledge. I told Hare et al. This is a book. Only the 850 rupees only. You can buy and you can gain more knowledge, madam. Fine. Hope you could see my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Any more doubt? Any more doubt? Yes, please.
देखना मैं पिक लेने लगती है तो गायब
Sir.
Yes,
Hello,
madam.
sir.
Yes,
Sir,
madam. Yes, madam.
this
Please.
PLS, no, is it free, sir? Can we
Smart
download it
PLS.
software?
Yes, ma'am. You can download it. You can download it. You can make use of for 30 days. It's a trial version will be given. You can make use of 1,000 respondent, 2,000, whatever the responses you have in your study data analysis, you can run. Suppose in the student, there is an option called a student version. If you use student version, you can have only 100 samples. You cannot have more than 100 samples. You need to pay. That's a paid version, madam. We need to pay money. Then only you can have a smart PLS
If
software.
I download sir, if I download a trial
Yeah,
version,
it's free.
so there will be,
Yes, you can.
okay.
30 days you can make use of it. 30 days you can make use of it. You can make
Sir,
use of it
that,
for 30 days and you can gain a knowledge.
okay, sir, okay. There more than
Sorry?
100 sample size is possible, sir?
Yes. For till 30 days you can have 1,000, 2,000, whatever the sample size you can have, you can run it. It will give you result.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Or you can use Amos also. That will also you can make use of. Any more doubt, participants from your side? If you have any more queries, if you have any doubts,
Sir,
can
I
ask.
have clarification, sir.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Hello,
Karthi,
sir.
tell me.
I have one
Yes, sir.
clarification.
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
சார் இதே சேம் இதை நம்ம வந்து அமோஸ் எஸ்பிஎஸ் செம்லையும் போடுவோம், பிஎல்எஸ்லையும் அதே மாதிரி தான் போடுவோம். இப்போ ரெண்டுலையுமே பண்ணலாமா சார்? இல்லைன்னா பிஎல்எஸ்ல பண்றதுக்கு ஏதாவது ரீசன் இருக்கா சார்?
Sir, Amos is totally different from, that is based on the covariance basis. It is not based on the covariance. In Amos, we will have an error term and all. Whereas it's based on the algorithm. Smart PLS based on the algorithm, it doesn't have any error term. You straight away will run. Smart PLS is based on the user-friendly basis. You don't need to validate the CFA model. Whereas in Amos and all, you have to validate the CFA model. You should have a minimum requirements like goodness of fit index value, and you should have an I-square value more than 0.550. Then only you have to validate your CFA model, and then only you can go proceed for SEM analysis. Unless otherwise you cannot go in Amos software. Whereas here you no need to consider those things and all. If you have the minimum requirement for all these 5 steps, then you can proceed.
ஓகே சார்.
Sir, if I want to publish
நமக்கு
a paper
ஃப்ரீ
in a
லிங்க்
good
சார். ஆனா இந்த பிஎல்எஸ் அப்படின்னா நமக்கு காஸ்ட் ஆகுதுல்ல சார், அதனால தான் சார் கேட்டேன்.
Sir, of course, sir. Yes, we need to pay, sir. Yes, I agree with you. But it's better to use Amos. Sir, even you have another Jamovi is there, free sources. You can run CFA, you can get those values and all in Jamovi.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, fine. Any other?
Sir, I am
Share your number, sir.
Ma'am, you can get it from the organizing secretary. They will give you. Yes, I can give you. I ready to give you since it's an online platform. Okay, let me post in my chat box. You can have it.
Sir, I have one more doubt, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sir, if I'm using PLS and if I'm publishing, I just want to publish in a good journal, will they accept, sir?
Why not, madam? Even I had 11 publication by using Smart PLS.
Oh, okay, sir.
Definitely they will agree. Why not?
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, if possible, can you share your papers, sir, for our reading?
Yes, why not, madam? You can. You can just send me. You can send me a mail. Let me share my mail ID in the chat box. You can.
Yes, sir. Because like while writing review of literature, also we can refer your paper and we can put it in bibliography also, sir.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Okay.
There are plenty of papers is available for Smart PLS, madam. Don't worry. You can try to go to the Emerald. You can just type Joseph Hare et al. Smart PLS paper. You can get it.
But sir, since we have attended your workshop, sir, the flow will be like in whatever you were having in your paper, it will move in that flow only, no, sir. It will be easy for us to.
Fine. If you take any paper, the flow, whatever I told you in the presentation, definitely there you could see the presentation and the flow in all the other paper, madam, also. Because if you do not have these what do you call these flows, definitely the editor will not accept all those papers and all. All premium and reputed journal will have this kind of analysis part. Don't worry. Any more questions? Any more doubts?
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, thank you, Nagalakshmi ma'am. Thank you for your appreciation. Yes, please ask your query.
சார் இப்போ ஒரு கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட் நம்ம சொன்னோம்ல சார், குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் இன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டர், அது ப்ரீவியஸ் ரிசர்ச்சர் கிட்ட இருந்து நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கறது சொன்னீங்க சார். அத மெஷர் பண்ணக்கூடிய மேனிஃபெஸ்டோ அதே ப்ரீவியஸ் ரிசர்ச்சர் கிட்ட இருந்து தான் எடுத்துக்கணுமா, இல்ல நம்மளோட
variable you can take as you like, but only the measures you should not adopt in your own style. You have to take from other source.
Sir, I am not here, sir.
இல்ல மேடம், கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட்ங்கிறது அது நீங்க பார்த்து ஒரு வேரியபிளுக்கு இன்னொரு வேரியபிளுக்கு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் இருக்கான்னு நீங்க அஸ்யூம் பண்ணி எடுக்கிறது. ஓகே சார். அந்த கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ட மெஷர் பண்றக்கூடிய இண்டிகேட்டருக்கு பாத்தீங்களா, லேட் மேனிஃபெஸ்ட் வேரியபிள், அத எக்ஸிஸ்டிங் சோர்ஸ்ல தான் எடுக்கணும் சொல்ல வரேன். ஃபைன்.
ஓகே சார். ஓகே சார்.
எனி மோர் டவுட்? Monisha ma'am, shall we start?
Yeah, sir. Very good knowledge sharing session, sir. We are very happy, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for your compliment. Thanks a lot. You are welcome.
Okay, sir. We can wind up this session with the vote of thanks, sir.
Okay, madam.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, madam. Why not? Please.
So, on behalf of our institution and department, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to the speaker, Dr. E. Rajesh, for gracing us with his insightful presentation on the complexity of measurement model using SPSS. We greatly appreciate you for your dedication in presenting and preparing such a comprehensive session, sir, which undoubtedly broadened our understanding and equipped us with valuable insight that we can apply in our respective research field. Your ability to break down intricate theories and methodologies into understandable fragments has undoubtedly left a lasting impact on all of us. I also wish to extend my sincere thanks to all participants. Your active participation, insightful questions, and eagerness to learn have made our discussion engaging and enriching. Once again, I thank our guest speaker for an enlightening and enriching session, sir. We look forward to the possibility of future collaboration and hope to welcome you back soon.
Sure, madam. Sure, madam. Thank you very much, madam. And
Thank you,
I
sir.
wish to congratulate all the organizers for organizing such a wonderful workshop for the participants. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Goodbye.
So, participants are requested to fill the feedback form, which is posted in the chat box. So, form will be kept open for 10 minutes.
Thank you, Rajesh sir, for your wonderful presentation.
Sir left, I guess.